I have a real passion for mountain hiking. I love to be in the mountains, the Andes, the Alps, the Himalayas, the Arctic. I've always been an adventurer. I was cut from the same cloth as my dad. My father had gone to Auburn on the GI Bill after World War II. So growing up as kids, we heard about Auburn all the time, especially about Auburn football. So when it came time for me to choose a college, heck, I wanted to go to Auburn because I wanted to be there for game day in person. So I had majored in secondary ed with a focus in history. But my father, he always felt that there was something in me that would be more appropriate in business. And he, at one point, put his foot down and said, if you want us to continue to contribute to your education, you're going to need to switch majors over to the College of Business. And I was just furious. Little did I know that that was a major turn in my life and set me on a direction that would serve me throughout my entire career to this day. When I graduated from Auburn, which was a very nurturing environment for me, I was thrown into the business world. And little did I know, and I don't think I had any idea, I think I was pretty naive about this, just how many impediments there were going to be being a woman. I kept this book. It was written in 1977. It's Dress for Success by John Malloy. I knew that I needed to blend with the guys, and I wanted to be taken seriously. So this was my Bible for how to dress. And I didn't wear the hat, of course, but and I had a little longer hair, but I had this same two-piece suit, very businessman look, and I had the hose and the pumps. Very, very simple. But that was my uniform of sorts. So I'm one of these individuals who, if I have certain fears, I try to move through them. There was a time I was fearful of heights, and part of the reason that I enjoy doing some very challenging mountain hiking is because it allows me to move through my fears. I think fear holds back a lot of people from realizing their true potential, when I actually believe that in my case, fear expanded my horizons. That helped me a lot to compete in a very male-dominated world. I knew I had to work harder than most. I knew I had to be a team player. And so I started my firm in 1999 after having been an investment banker for 10 years. There is one particular gentleman who was the chairman and CEO of a regional bank, and he asked me one day, could you do a presentation for my board on the future of community banking? Because this was around 2008 and 2009, and there was just a real concern. Will there be any community banks left in this country? I did this presentation on the future of community banking and presented it to his executive team, and suddenly it just exploded. In giving a speech at one of the national conventions, there was a gentleman who sat at my table who was with the Federal Reserve. And after giving my speech, he had a lot of questions to ask me about the future of community banking. He was very interested. And then one day I get this call out of the blue from the Federal Reserve Bank of Richmond asking me if I want to become a board member of their Baltimore branch. At first, I thought it was a prank call, and I was almost going to say something when I realized, oh my gosh, this I think is very real. I accepted it, and I was very honored to be on that board in the midst of the financial crisis. I went on that board in January of 2010. I served 2 terms until 2016. It was an amazing learning experience from a monetary policy perspective. I'm just so thankful to Auburn for the foundation that the university gave me during those 4 formative years, which really is what my career rests on. I would encourage anyone, don't be afraid to confront your fears, whatever those fears are. But I would also say, follow your dreams.